Maybe you started using weed just to take the edge off, but somewhere along the way you realized you hardly recognize the person you become. If you're feeling stuck or like your motivation isn't what it used to be, you're not alone. This sneaks up on a lot of us. So in this video, I'm going to show you what's behind that lack of motivation and what you can do right now to turn it around. Let's face it, life can be a bit shit sometimes, and when you get home after a long day at work, it's nice to just lay on the couch, roll up a big fat one, and scroll Instagram until your legs go numb. And for a couple hours, all's right in the world, right? But after a while, this turns into an everyday thing, or worse, an all-day thing. And it starts to make you feel bad about yourself, and it kills your motivation. Well, it turns out, science can show us why this is really happening. It turns out weed actually blunts our dopamine reward system, and it can make us feel less motivated. As most of us know, thanks to Andrew Huberman, dopamine is basically the motivation molecule. And back in the day, this is what got us off our asses to go hunt woolly mammoths instead of laying around the cave all day long staring at the wall. It's what pushed us to actually survive. When your levels are healthy, you tend to feel more motivated and driven. Smoking once in a while can give you a short-term boost, but heavy use over a long period of time actually lowers our baseline dopamine production. And that's why you end up needing it just to feel normal after a while, and you stop getting as high as you did in grade 8. This drop in dopamine is linked to amotivational syndrome, and it's why we procrastinate and find it difficult to start or finish tasks. It also gives you the feeling of not living up to your full potential, which is something I hear a lot lately. So how is all this going to help you get your motivation back? You might not like this at first, but the hard reality is if you want your motivation back, you're going to have to quit smoking weed, and not just for a few months. So many people want to break up with weed, but they want to be just friends to avoid the pain of quitting. If you've ever gone through a breakup, you know you can't be just friends with your ex, especially if it was an unhealthy relationship. And if you're a chronic smoker, you have an unhealthy relationship with weed, and you're gonna need a long break to get a new perspective. We now know that weed spikes your dopamine levels when you're high, but when you aren't smoking, your baseline levels are lower than average. And this is why so many people say they feel less motivated after they quit. It's gonna take some time for your body to reacclimate and get your baseline levels back to normal. For most people, this can take anywhere from 30 to 120 days. Some people say up to 6 months, depending on how long you've smoked, when you started, and how much you smoked during the day. And honestly, for me, I didn't start feeling like myself again for almost a year. It took that long for the brain fog to totally clear and for me to get my lust for life back. But it only took me that long because I didn't know what I'm about to tell you right now. You can vastly speed up your dopamine recovery with this one little hack. And the name of that hack is discipline. But don't click away just yet. I'm gonna make it easy for you. First, what you're not gonna do is go start watching David Goggins videos, taking cold showers at 5 a.m. and working out twice a day. That is totally unsustainable and will make you feel bad about yourself when you can't stick with it. Now is the time to take things slowly, be gentle, and give yourself the time you need to recover. But if you want your dopamine levels to recover quicker, you're gonna have to start to cultivate some good habits and some discipline. Here's how you're gonna make it painless for yourself. In the last video, there were a lot of comments where people said they lost the motivation to do the things they really loved after they quit. Things like working out, playing guitar, socializing, and going for walks. Basically, the things they enjoyed when they were high, but felt boring after they quit. So you're gonna start to force yourself to do the things that you love. This will help restore your baseline levels naturally. I like to refer to it as earned dopamine, as opposed to unearned dopamine like watching porn, scrolling social media, or whatever it is you do to procrastinate. Next thing you're gonna do is pick one thing you don't like doing. Just one. Maybe it's keeping your kitchen super fucking mint all the time. Or just make your bed every morning before you leave the house. Keep it simple and easy for you to maintain, and then build on it every other week by adding another thing to the list. This will help you develop discipline, and it will help your brain start producing dopamine again. Because there's nothing like a clean house to make a guy feel good about himself. If you keep this up and develop these habits quickly, you're going to expedite your recovery and make things a lot less painful for yourself after you stop smoking weed. But if you feel overwhelmed and need some help to get started, or if you need a guide to get you through the hard parts, click the link in the description and book a call with me today. I've been there and I got through it, and I've helped many others do the same and go on to find their purpose in life, which is ultimately what we're all looking for, right? That's all I have for you today. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you on the highway.